We found a driver willing to cross the desert in a car powered by an eclectic collection of sails, mirrors, glass tubes, and steam power. I did not fully understand it, but once the engine was started and the liquid in the tubes began to bubble and steam in the heat, the vehicle took off, hovering at such a speed that we were forced to leap aboard. I shall converse. Begin conversation. Greetings, Monsieur Driver. Hold on. Need to know about Baghdad. Baghdad is on the border of the Ottoman Empire and their Persian allies. Can we get from Baghdad to... Actually, I know where I'm going to Baghdad. Bandar Abbas? I don't know. Merchants in Muscat will pay a huge amount for sending candle scents of rose from Bandar Abbas. Okay. To Manama? I don't know where that is. One can take a desert taxi from Baghdad to Manama, but the fare is extortionate. Okay. That takes us down to... Oh, that's where Manama is. Okay. Cool. I had no idea about such things. I'm uneducated. Within a few hours we were in deep desert, the bobbing car dropping and rising above the loose and uneven yellow stone. In all directions there was nothing to be seen but the misty heat haze rising from the sand. Where will we stop for the night? I asked, but the driver just waved one hand up ahead. Village, he cried, an idea I found extremely hard to credit. And yet, after several hours, the heat and smell of after several hours, the heat and the smell and the constant bubbling of the car grating on my nerves, I was overjoyed to see the outline of buildings rising up through the haze. Wait, were we stopping in the middle of nowhere or something? Is that what's going down? Oh, I should have combed Fog's hair. Dang it, I missed that one. We spent the night feasting on spices and pulses and drinking a dark beer-like drink in the ruined walls of an ancient city. I have no idea of its name or history. None of the inhabitants spoke English, and our driver disappeared within a few moments of our arrival. I took a moment to explore our buildings, poking through some empty rooms and down long dusty hallways whose roofs came and went like English clouds. I found nothing but a touch of loneliness, until on my return I lost my way and was faced with a choice of passages, and no clues as to which way to turn. I shouted for help, but no one heard. Night was growing chill, and I began to worry about scorpions. On a whim, I turned right. The ancient corridor stretched away from me, and I passed old chipped fountains, as though a river once ran near here. In a dark and forgotten corner I found a bronze ring stamped with a single floral character, which I took with me. I found Monsieur Fogg minutes later, already asleep, and gratefully lay down on the other side of the fire, heart still thumping in my chest. Next morning was, by comparison, much easier. I told the driver about my adventures, and he shrugged. Sometimes people go exploring, he told me, and only sometimes they come back. It is a city of ghosts with long knives. I shuddered, thankful for my escape. The domes and towers of Baghdad rose into view, and the sound of chanting drifted across the open plains towards us. Yeah, that was a rough journey. Whoa! Fog's down to 60. He was like in the 90s when we started that journey, wasn't he? What? That was a rough journey. So we are looking to. Kind of don't want to go to. Oh shoot! Did we not have a route to Ha'il? I should have asked the driver about Ha'il. I thought I had the route planned out. Maybe I do not have my route planned out as well as I thought I had. All right, we're gonna have to do some exploring in the morning then, aren't we? Because I don't know where we're going. Yeah, let's stop the night. Well, at least that's a good, comfortable night's rest, I suppose. Let's put his numbers back up. We stayed in Baghdad at the Tio Hotel, owned by one Marcus Tio, a man of most improbably pale skin in these desert climes. You are foreigners to these parts, I asked. No, indeed, he replied, wiping wine glasses with a small towel as we talked after hours in the hotel bar. I have a little interest in my travel myself. My fascinations are elsewhere. I enjoy experiments. Whatever do you mean? I asked, intrigued. I have a great fascination with things, he replied, gesturing with a hand around the bar at the cluttered shelves, the ornaments, the fine antiquities that covered every surface, and I recently acquired a most wonderful thing. And what thing is that? A balloon, he declared with great joy. My son is taking it to Tehran in the next few days. Are you a fellow balloonist, dear sir? Perhaps you would enjoy the ride. Not as yet, I replied. I will mention it to my master. Tio nodded. Excellent. And here, something else. Another thing. I looked on in interest. From a shelf on the wall, he took down a beautifully crafted dagger. This is as old as the city and very valuable, I'm sure. Please, from me. You're most generous. Oh, I'm not, he smiled. I've been told by people I trust unreservedly that this thing brings bad luck, and I will be happy to be rid of it. I am not superstitious, I told him, and slid the dagger into my belt. It was a very fine item indeed, a beautiful weight with a cool, bejewelled scabbard. Most honest man, Monsieur Tio, I thought as I bid him good night. Perhaps not the cleverest macaron in the patisserie. I'll see what that does for us. Yay, cursed dagger. Oh, it actually straight up says it's a cursed dagger. Okay. Yeah. So where's Quetta? Can depart. Where is Quetta? How quickly can we get rid of a cursed dagger? Do I want a cursed dagger on me? I feel like it's over there. It's sort of en route. A little bit en route. Let's go to market. We have stuff to sell in Baghdad market, I believe. We have leather braces. They're worth... Oh. Not worth that much, but okay. Cursed dagger is worth... ooh, it's worth a lot of money in Quetta. Ooh, wow. Okay, yeah, I want to hang on to that. Where are we taking that? We're taking that to Riyadh. Merv. I don't know where Merv is, but that's some good monies. Hayil, we're going to hang on to that to Hayil. It's only 140 here. That can go in that bag. The bronze ring. I need to find out where Merv is. I really do. So I need to go to Riyadh, Hayil, Merv, and Quetta. I'm spending a lot of time faffing around selling things, I think, but yeah, we need a morning of exploration, I feel, because those routes are not going the way I want them to. The Ottoman Empire had ruled Baghdad for the last 300 years, give or take a few decades of Iranian and Mamluk rule. It was a city in decline from its glory days and riven by plague, cholera, and famine. What am I doing here, I wondered aloud. Don't you know yourself? And a voice inquired from behind me. And so I met Monsieur Eli Ezra, Baghdadi by birth, Jewish by religion, and merchant by trade, as he put it. He took me under his wing with the hospitality I'd come to associate with obsequious merchants with something to sell. He promised I would enjoy my time in Baghdad, however brief it was. I asked him for advice on how best to travel through. India, I think. Yeah. And he sucked on his teeth. My sister owns a fleet of airships in Karachi. She can get you to Delhi or Bombay for a price. I thanked Monsieur Ezra for the food and for the advice, and he slapped me on the back and pressed a packet of dates and figs into my hand before I left his home. A most welcoming place, Baghdad. I was almost sorry we did not have more time to spend there. I didn't get any routes, did I? It would have popped up the routes before the conversation. I don't know how to get to Hayil. Shoot. I'm looking at those camels going across the desert. They went there from Jeddah, didn't they? To get to Hayil, you had to go around via Cairo, Suez, down to Jeddah, and up across to Hayil. That would be the route you needed to take. And also to Riyadh. Look at all the camels! So many camels! Alright, I suppose I got time to ponder what I'm selling now. So, harem silks, I really need to get that to Hayil. It's not the most valuable thing I own, mind you. That's in Merv. Where is Merv? Is a fine question. Merv is... Is it anywhere around near where we're headed? Oh, Merv's over that way across the desert. Oh, so Tehran to Merv wouldn't be a bad one. And from Merv, can we get to Quetta? Because Quetta's kind of... Oh, could probably get to Quetta. Because Quetta sells the dagger for 5,000. The bronze, that's 7,000, that's 8,000 and then 5,000. That's a good route. Whereas the harem silks it's a chunk of money, but it's not the most insane chunk of money. And Riyadh, again, 1,400 would have been very nice to have had that 1,400 or whatever. That route's just not where I'm going, is it? Tehran departs in 3 days. Oh God, no! I can't wait 3 days. 2,200 to depart tomorrow. Well, yeah, okay. I actually think we might have to pay that. I mean, if it gets me to Merv or to Quetta, which I presume it will, that seems like the route that would get us there. If I can get there, then that's a lot of money for me, and I'll make back that 2,000. Okay, I think we need to do that. Let's rather than I cut it too fine before with bribing things. If I pay the bribe now, right? It departs at 10 AM in 3 days. It departs tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow at 10 AM. We depart. Right, let us spend the night. Those bloody dates, what are they doing in my bag? I picked them up completely unintentionally. They were £6. Throw the pound. Vodka's worth 21. That's worth 15. I think I paid less than 15 for it. Ancient Stone Head. In Dubai? I know. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I'd even visited the market here, had I? American train timetable, useful up ahead, not right now. I'm still carrying 2 timetables I'm not sure I need. I'm still carrying the Englishman's wardrobe I'm quite certain I don't need. Stonehead, 400 foot. Hang on, where? Dubai. Am I heading anywhere remotely near Dubai? Where is Dubai? Dubai's... Where is Dubai? Dubai is a name... It's not round this way, is it? It's one of those places I would have a very, very difficult time pointing out on a map, as you're probably gathering by me scrolling wildly over the globe and going, where is Dubai? I'm really not... We're right into China there. That's not remotely Dubai. Dubai is not in China. Where's Dubai? Eh? I'm not seeing any cities that are labeled as Dubai. That's going up into Russia. That's going too far that way. Where would one find this? Aden, Muscat, Dubai. Oh, it's there! Ah, okay. If we headed south, we would wind up in Dubai. But our route doesn't take us that route. So, probably not worth buying the Stonehead. And the market's closed. Oh well. I spent far too long faffing about that. Never mind. I don't think there was anything I really, really wanted in the market there. Before retiring, I attended to Monsieur Fogg because his numbers are down. There we go, he's up to 82, that's cool. Provided him with fresh clothing with hopes he would have a comfortable night. Let's have a look at my bags. I've still got those dates taking up space. That whistle's taking up space. Vodka can be more neatly packed. There we go. We have space. Is there anything I want to grab from the market? Do I want to snag a couple bits and pieces before we leave? Those are worth not much. That's... Oh, I don't know. I absolutely do not want to miss my flight. I spent a lot of money on that flight. Let's embark. Let's go! Let us go already. The Rosier balloon! Take us to the skies. We met Tio's son on the outskirts of the city beside an enormous balloon. This is Lawrence, Marcus said. He will take you to Tehran. Lawrence put out his hand to shake. You fellows are navigators? No, I replied. Just passengers. Oh. Lawrence looked at his father with evident surprise, but Marcus waved his objections away. You don't need a navigator, Lawrence, he assured him. Just follow the mountains until you see Tehran. Good luck. Before his son could reply, Marcus slipped the rope from its ring, and with the burner already fired, we disappeared upwards. Ooh, we can have a look at the news. Austro-Hungary accused of World's Fair saber-rattling. There's literally no other options. That's kind of strange. Normally, it would at least let me, you know, starch Monsieur Fogg's collar or something, I don't know. Lawrence's need for a navigator became quickly evident. The balloon drifted on, and though we could control its direction of flight through an ingenious set of rudders, neither he nor we knew which way was which. I asked Monsieur Fogg for advice. The sun rises in the east, he replied, so we shall head east and a little way north, and all will be well. The long day dragged into cold, starry night, and I could imagine and all I could imagine was the sound of the burner guttering and the balloon drifting to earth. He'll be right. Attend to Monsieur Fogg, I think. The most entertaining passepartout. So you know my father well? Lawrence asked, with an edge to his voice. No, but he seemed a decent fellow. Lawrence shook his head. He's a cruel miser who uses people to his own ends and hides behind a smile. To be sure, if he put you on this balloon, he had a reason for it. What possible motive could he have? Honestly, I have no idea. It's wheels within wheels with that man. One side, I wish I could have had a simple father, one who was easy to outstrip. The balloon buffeted a little, and Lawrence skillfully opened the burner to lift us higher over the mountains. Did he try to shift that dagger onto you? I took the dagger from my belt, and Lawrence all but shrieked. You brought it on board a hot air balloon? Are you insane? Why, surely you do not believe in curses. Not curses, engineering, Lawrence replied. Did you not notice the marks in the walls of the hotel? This dagger moves by itself. I looked down at my belt with alarm. The blade was resting against my thigh, quite still. For now. Why are you making this trip? I asked, curious. You don't seem like a natural adventurer. I'm not, Lawrence replied. My father insisted I test the balloon. He pays for my schooling, so I had no choice. Ah, then, another servant. Yeah!